Welcome back, YouTube. This is error code 404. We're back with episode 2 of Duskers with commentary. Now, can't remember where we left off, exactly what we did. So, we're just gonna continue from here. Alright, drones look good. Mods or abilities, I'm really not sure which word to use. We'll just use abilities for now. Any modifications? Oh yeah, we took care of all this before we left. That's right. We upgraded our speed on all of our drones, which will help escaping swarms. And there's also an ability or modification you can pick up that's speed boost 1, and it'll increase your speed even further. But honestly, I think that's kind of useless. Like, the mod space is better used for something else. You want to have versatility on your drones. Alright, so we already completed G. Oh, by the way, whenever you leave a system, like we started here, we'll press 3, you see the system. We can travel back here. Each time you travel from system to system, it resets your propulsion back to full, whatever your max is, and you still have, if you have any in the reserves, you'll still keep all that. That way you can go back and go through the systems or derelicts that you haven't explored yet. But it's better not to do that, but you kind of want to leave those open in case you need to come back and collect more propulsion or jump fuel, because what you don't want happening is you run out of jump fuel and then you jump to a system that you've completely explored and just to get stranded there because you can't go through any derelict ships because you've already been through them. Remember, you can't really revisit them. So we're gonna save this in case we need to come back. We probably won't ever come back to it before I end up having to reset. Who knows? We'll see how long we can play without being forced to reset or just losing all my drones. Alright, back to the galaxy view. We're on system Y, which is Solaris Incognita. No, that's not it. Lapis Romula. I don't know how it's pronounced. Alright, so we did I think we started, yeah, we started in this derelict and we chose to come up here. So we have 4 propulsion plus 2 in the reserve, so that's a total of 6. Now, these are like space stations, fuel depots. Like, there's really none special but finding fuel, if it even has any. Or we can go over here and then go down, but we'll go up here because we'll be able to explore one more ship. So space station B, 238 years old, and let's see what it has in store for us. Again, if you're interested in seeing what mods or aliases I have, I will be leaving links to a Steam page that has all my alias. I try to keep it up to date because sometimes I'll type in an alias and it just won't go through for whatever typo reason. So let's get right in. No logs recovered. Let's begin. I don't think it had the infestation type in the preview, but there's one infestation type, so basically one type of enemy. Now that doesn't mean one enemy, it just means one type. So if we see slime, that means all there's gonna be is slime. If we see a leaper, all there's gonna be leaper. If we see a, well, I'm lying. If there's a fan, it's gonna spawn a swarm eventually. So I'm not really sure how long it takes for swarms to pop up. So let's motion it. Room 4 safe, room through D12 is safe, and through D23 is safe because the first 2 rooms are always safe, unless it's a small ship. What is going on? Alright, there we go. Generator down here. We know this room is safe, but that door's not powered. So we'll be out of the way. it can be activated through command consoles on the ship, but we don't have an interface upgrade, so we can't really take advantage of it. And those defenses, by the way, not only attack you, but enemies as well, so you want to be careful. Alright. Uh-oh, what's going on? Lost video from 1. Why? That's dumb. Alright. D22, nav 1, R4. Let's see if he picks anything up. So while we're waiting for his view to come back, I guess we use 3. Oh, there we go. It just got restored. Alrighty, then. So the room through door 15 is safe. So let's go through there in the meantime. Another generator. So that's 3 generators so far we found. So let's check down here first. We're just gonna activate the generator, see how big the ship is, so I get an idea. If we know where all the airlocks are, that's perfect. You can press the apostrophe button, and what that does is it removes all the icons so you can see the number of the room better. Press the button again and they all come back up. Alright, let's close door 30. So there's a disabled drone in room 2. So let's go back to 3. Let's motion it up over there. See if we can see if there's an enemy. Inconclusive, so we don't know. We know there's an enemy in room 5, so let's move him out of there. Alright. Perfect. Let's see what's in there, then we'll... Oh, a fan, but of course there's a fan. Alright, let's move that guy back in there. And then we're gonna vent him into space. Now, there may be an enemy already in room 2, so... Maybe. What the hell? Why is it not closing? There we go. Alright, so open airlock 9. Safe again. But the question is there an enemy in room 2? I don't know. I'm just gonna have to risk it. Oh shit! Scared the shit out of me. Thankfully it attacked the lure. What the fuck? Why did it attack me when the lure was right there? It doesn't make any sense. No sense whatsoever. That's dumb. Excuse my language. I was trying to go through this playthrough without using any vulgar language, but it just couldn't be helped. Like I said, those leapers, man, they'll catch you with your underwears down and give you a pretty good jump scare. We're gonna open room 18, let him go in there once he's done with that lure. Hopefully no swarm spawns. Oh my god, they do burst damage. They do 90 hit points of damage each attack, and then they get stunned for a bit or stop, which it's they're kind of slow in killing. But if you have 90 or less HP, then it's pretty much a one-shot. Come on, it's gonna take a while. We're gonna go first-person view. Uh-oh. Something's about to bust. So we're gonna close all the doors. What just happened? Did I really do that like a freaking idiot? Oh my god. Oh my god. Really, Eric? Really? This fucking sucks. This really sucks, guys. That's that's why you want to pay attention to what you're typing. Oh my gosh. I literally vacuumed 2 of my drones into outer space, and now I'm just stuck with 1. And I can't really tow that disabled drone back into the ship because the drone that had tow got vacuumed out. All I literally have is generator. That's it. Fuck. But I don't want to reset just yet. I want to salvage what I have. So let's go ahead and light this room back up. Man. So what an idiot. I'm an idiot. What's wrong with that door? It stopped working, so I can't even dock over there. My gosh. Well, I won't be able to gather anything anyways because I don't have the gather ability on the drone 2. So there's really no point in staying here unless that disabled drone has a gather upgrade or a tow upgrade. But like I said, the airlock 810 just went out of service, so I can't even access that. Can it? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to leave. What an idiot. I may just have to reset on episode 2. I accidentally opened airlock 2 when I wasn't docked there and vacuumed my guys out into space. So we have generator and shield. That's not gonna help at all. That's terrible. But hold on. I can still try to salvage. Let's see how much scrap I have. I have 7 scrap. So I have 2 generators. So I'm gonna get rid of the used one. And I'm gonna get rid of shield. Because, well, just because I need scrap. I'm gonna give him generator because we need it. And let's create. I'm not sure if I went over this in the first episode, but if you happen to go through the situation I just went through and you need to create an ability, these are the main 3: generator, which you absolutely need to power rooms, open doors. Tow, you need to, well, pretty much tow disabled drones back, and that's how I can recover more drones and gather to pick up scrap. So the question is, I can only make 1 because I'm 5 scrap short. Can I sell anything else? No, I can't. I shouldn't have upgraded everyone's speed. This is why you really need to think ahead. So what's more important? Do I want to gather scrap? I think gathers is going to be more appropriate because once I have enough scrap to get tow, yeah, we'll do gather. I'm going to salvage this playthrough as much as I can. See if we don't have to reset. But that's really terrible, guys. Seriously. We'll go to one that has 1 infestation type. 2 2s, question marks 2 1. Okay, we'll go here. This really sucks. Alright. More logs See how they're scrambling like scattered ants? Don't they understand there's no time to understand, let alone prevent it? Assuming they're talking about what caused this massive universal level extinction. Some of us may survive. I mean, probability dictates that something be a pocket somewhere unaffected, cut off from the rest. You know, I've created something that can find these theoretical them, help them, offer them a solution, and a continuation of our research. I've broken stipulation of the AIUR since we last spoke. The last screen has fallen and the gloves are off. Shit, I'm afraid to hit enter. Tell me this isn't pointless. So, like I said, we pretty much take place until after we find out that there's nobody left, or at least we theorize that nobody's left alive. These are just the logs that we're finding on the ships, and this person's talking about maybe there's some pocket of space that hasn't been affected by this phenomenon. That may be because it's so remote that virus or alien or whatever is the cause hasn't reached them yet. This might be able to send them information to how to prevent it, how to prepare. I don't know. Let's continue. So let's go ahead and let's dock over there. Hopefully there's no enemy. We'll see. We'll be really careful. Please, no enemy. Alright, no enemy. Sweet. Oh, I hear swarms. Why is that not working? Recognize command G. Related commands. That doesn't make sense. I don't know why that's not working. So we'll just create one. Hit Control Save. Sweet. Let's just make sure the other ones work. GG for gather all. Use help. Okay. Lame. Alright. So we'll just have to change our GG to GA, short for gather all. Nothing. Alright, sweet. So we've collected 4 scraps so far. We had 3, so that's 7, so we need 3 more to get toll. Let's go back to A1. Okay, so we definitely know there's a swarm in room 4. Let's see what we can see here. Nothing to find. We definitely want to... Let's see, can we get some... Alright, let's see if he moves to room 2. What door was that? Oh, seriously? Once we stop hearing the swarm, it means he moved. I believe they moved, so let's find out for sure. Because we stopped hearing it. So potential asteroid collision in 3 minutes. Room 4, room 2, room 3, room 4, room 2. That's pretty much all the rooms. There's only like 4 rooms. Yep, the swarm's in here. I hear it. So, room 4 is free to check. Might still be a leaper. Sweet. Ooh, nice. Be able to get a tow now. at GA. I gotta change another alias actually. Since we changed GG to GA, so that means I gotta change my loot command. Yeah. Scan. Oh no, I actually have it spelled out completely, so no, I don't gotta change it. So let's go. We're actually gonna vent that swarm out into space. If we can, yeah, we can, because it's powered. It's powering that one. All right. So let's open up D10. Seeing as how there's no vent in room 4, that means that's the one type of enemy. So if we don't hear a buzzing noise, then that means the rest of this ship is free to explore. And I don't hear it, so it should be safe. Keyword should be nice. Nice. It's a destroyed drone. Oh, there's one more drone. Stock over here. So it's a destroyed drone, so we can't tow it back, but we won't be able to because we don't have tow anyways. But they have they have tow, so we don't have to buy it. We're gonna lose pry though, but again, I don't really use pry. All that does is forcibly opens an unpowered door like this one. Let's talk back at A1. I want to see what's through door 8, that's for sure. But we're gonna wait for the potential asteroid to collide. It might not hit, it might, we'll see. But we'll wait. I don't think there's no, there shouldn't be an enemy in there because like I said, there's only one. Let's double check status. Infestation type detected 1. So since we saw a swarm, there could only be swarms. We didn't hear a swarm through the door, so it should be safe. But let's just wait for that asteroid to pass, and hopefully it either, well, shit. It could only hit room 4 for us to be able to see what's in there. Sweet. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright. So let's open. Oh no. Oh, never mind. Never mind. There's door 11. I was gonna say door 6 is not powered, so I can't go through it, but thankfully door 11 was there. Don't hear any swarms, so let's go in there. Oh shit, hell no, bro. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Why? Why did that not work? This is terrible. Oh, man. Trash. See, that's why I had the speed upgrade so we can outrun them. But can I move this? No, I can't. I was pressing CC. I'm gonna have to go over the footage, and CC, what that does is close all doors. You know what? I know what happened. CC closed all power doors, and I didn't include airlocks. So I should have just pressed A3 to close that airlock, and I would have been safe. I would have actually been able to salvage this playthrough. But this is good, so I can show you what happens if something like this happens, where you just lose all your drones, get stranded, and whatnot. So you pretty much have to reset, because like I don't have any drones, I don't have any in the reserves. If that wasn't the case and I run out of propulsion or jump fuel to be able to travel anywhere else and get stranded, again, you'd have to reset. This game encourages resets. Just so if you have to reset, don't feel like, man, I suck. It's no, it encourages you to reset. And there really is no end to this game. It's kind of open-ended. It's, at least from what I've seen, there hasn't been an end mission or final end game. And like the only Easter eggs that you can find is probably or the only live non-enemy you can find in the ship is a dog, which you can lure it back to your ship, but it's kind of hard to see because it doesn't show up physically. Well, you can see it, but it's, I can't explain it. You'd have to YouTube it. Somebody could explain it better, but it's kind of hard to spot. They're pretty rare. You can save it, but if you're trying to commandeer a ship, you won't be able to because it's classified as a infestation, I guess. So you'd have to kill him. You'd have to vacuum him into space, which is sad. That's if you really needed to commandeer that ship. All right, let's go ahead and reset. I didn't start my timer, so I don't know how long I've been recording, and I didn't check to see what time I started. So we'll do like 1 or 2 more ships, missions, derelict ships. But I'm gonna start my timer. Let's do 20 more minutes. Max. Okay. So this is what it looks like when you reset. It looks like as if you were starting a new game. However, you're not, because you're not starting out with the basic mods on your drones, and it won't start out easy to where you won't see leaper or swarms right away or slime. Okay, so this is orange because it's quarantine. We need a quarantine bypass ship mod, which we don't have, but we probably won't ever be coming back here anyways. There's 2 trading posts, so if we can. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. My kids kind of just like popped in the room, and if you have kids, you know how annoying they can be. Alright, I forgot where I left off. Oh yeah, there's 2 trading posts. If we collect enough scrap, which we have, how much do we have right now? Oh, that's right, we reset it, that's right. So we only have 2 scrap. I completely forgot that we just reset. My kids took all my, so we gotta see what's our drone business. Lure, gather, generator, tow, sensor. Okay. So since we don't have motion, we're gonna give sensor to my first drone. And thankfully our first one started with 120 HP. Generator's 90, it's okay. We're gonna have to get rid of this one because it's only 70 and it costs more to upgrade HP than to just find a new drone. Alright, so our starting ship, military A, 2 infestation types, and 72 scrap count, or capacity. Maybe we can commandeer this ship. Now let's begin. So we start off in a small room. Wait. Sweet, so this generator is pretty much going to power the entire ship so we can see the entire layout. Let's close door 8. If you have, one of the good things about the sensor upgrade, if you have the teleport upgrade and upgrade it to where it can teleport droppable items, you can teleport pretty much like the sensors, mines, and traps all over the entire derelict ship and activate them remotely, which definitely helps out, especially since we don't have motion, so we can't really see what's in the next room. Alright, so I don't think there's gonna be anything in room 13. So really quickly, let's glance in there. Yes, nothing in there. I don't think there's anything up here either. Yep. I don't hear any swarms, so that's good. But there might be an enemy in room 16. But we just have to find out. Oh, there is something there. And since the sensor is being attacked, that means that there's an enemy drone. So we're gonna have to lure him out of there. Thankfully, the enemy drones are pretty slow and they're pretty easy to avoid, so we'll be able to lure him in there. They won't attack you unless you're inside their scope of view. So let's close D4 and then D20. So he's lured out, so we can safely check that room now. And then we'll just move him back in here once we've gathered this. That's right, I switched the GG alias to GA. Keep forgetting. Alright, let's move him back in here. And then D17. So let's just remember that he's gonna be in room 16. Alright, so the entire right side we know is clear. I think room 12 is gonna be clear too. At least I don't think there's gonna be anything in there. It's a pretty small room. There might be slime. Yeah, nothing in there. Okay. How do I want to go about the rest of the ship? I'm gonna risk it in this door as well. Yeah, nothing in here. Alright, so we need to check room 11, room 9. So yeah, let's just put a sensor here, close this door, and then open up room, or door 23, and see if anything walks in there. Which can take time. Oh no, slime. That's terrible, that means we're timed. So, I'm gonna have to go through one of these two rooms. Screw it. Oh shit, slime over here too. That's terrible. Alright, let's close these doors so. Yeah, that sometimes slime can spawn out of nowhere. So we kind of want to avoid room 11 because there's a fan that'll spawn a swarm. Room 12 and room 9 are filled with slime. Was there any in room 13? No. But slime usually tries to go towards your stationary drones. So if you leave your generator drone alone too long, it's gonna head towards their general direction. So I'm gonna place a sensor here to let me know if it does come over here. And then move him a bit back. Okay, so we can't really go to any. We're not going to be able to explore. Well, actually, yes, we might be able to. We're just going to have to leave it here. And just dock on the other airlocks. So let's start with room 3. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm an idiot. So you got to pay attention to what you're typing. Because typos, like you saw in the last. Or in this, was it this episode? No, yeah, it was this episode where I vented all the drones into space. But since I accidentally vented this one, we know there's nothing in here. Room 5 is pretty big, so I can open up, drop a sensor safely. Screen, so nothing's in here. Wait a minute. slime is one of them. Oh, and the robot was the other. So that means we don't gotta worry about leapers here. So I can safely open doors and drop some now. Slime in room 6. So let's check room. What's that room for? Yeah. Nice. So we found a disabled drone with motion and a ship upgrade, which is remote power. This is actually, if we would have had remote power, well, actually, it wouldn't have helped in the last, before we reset it. All it does is basically a remote power generator without the use of the drone, but it breaks down faster than the generator ability. Alright, so dock A1, and we're gonna use our tow drone to pick that stuff up. Back tree. Oh, there's slime. Let's see exactly where it's at. Let's open the 11 and the 14. Oh shit. No, I shouldn't have done that. That's terrible. But it's fine. It is fine. Like I said, the enemy drones are pretty easy to avoid, so I don't have to worry about it right away. But I'll have to be quick. Now for the ship upgrade. He's in room 4. Shit. Oh, he's attacking the sensor. It's alright, we didn't lose too much health. Alright, so I believe that's the entire ship explored, except for room 9, but that's because there was slime. But the enemy drone should go to room 3 hopefully and attack that drone, or attack that, yep, that's what we're looking for. That's our chance to get that upgrade. Now I just have to get him back into, sweet. Wow, he's attacking. So pretty much the sensors kind of work like lures, but for robotic enemies. And just like how lure will work for drones or leapers, sensors kind of work the same way with sensors, but if you get in their field of view, they'll attack you. So we picked up a drone with the motion ability, and we picked up a remote power ship ability, which is really good. Like I said, if there's multiple generators, you can activate them remotely as long as you have it equipped. So ship config S remote. It's yellow, so it'll probably break down after 2 more uses. You can repair these, but it's really not worth it. It's better to keep your scrap for your drones or more important upgrades. And remote power, while it's good, it's not necessarily the best, or I wouldn't prioritize it. Drone, so drone 1 took quite a bit of damage. John, gonna take his motion away. But I learned from my mistakes. We're gonna keep him in case we lose. like we did the last mission or the mission before that where I vacuumed everybody out. But we definitely want to heal Aaron back up at least 100. So, oh, I don't have enough scrap to do it all the way. That's right. 114 is fine. He can survive a leaper attack, which is the most important thing. Alright, let's see. Motion. Yeah, we'll give him to him. You kind of want to keep 2 slots at least available, so in case you come across a disabled drone or a destroyed drone and you don't have space to bring a disabled drone, but they have really good abilities, so you can take those abilities for yourself. Alright, so this is gonna be it for this episode. I'm not excited. I'm not happy that, you know, I accidentally vented 2 of my drones into space and then lost the other drone to a swarm that spawned through that fan. But it's also good because it shows it allowed me to show you what happens in case you reach a point where you can't progress no further. But that's gonna be it for this episode. If you like what you saw, go ahead and like. If you dislike it, like it anyways. Go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you next time.